people? It is the Crypto Siege with another day in the life, in the crazy life that is the digital asset space. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to each and every one of you. You know the deal. I'm excited for you. Why? Because you're an early adopter in this new asset class that is the digital asset space. And I'm going to show you something that will prove that we are in fact very, very early in this new asset class, which means we are in really, I believe, a great position to create generational wealth. You and I have the opportunity to do that for our families. Wow, it is really, really exciting. I'm telling you, it is beautiful to see the average Joe and the average Jane. Shout out to young Quincy. He did a video kind of live stream on tokenized debt. Really, really smart young man. And one of the things that he highlighted in that, go check him out on YouTube. One of the things he checked out, he pointed out there was the accessibility for all of us to be able to take advantage of NFTs and tokenized, if you will, debt. Financially take advantage of that, not just accredited investors, not just intermediaries, but each and every one of us being able to participate in that. That is the idea. That was the idea, in my opinion, of Satoshi. Not for accredited investors only, not for what is it, the top 10% in the US, if you will. No, for everyone to be able to participate. Shout out to young Quincy for doing that and pointing that out and being able at such a young age to get that, whereas a lot of grown men just don't get it. It's unbelievable to see it. All right, guys, so listen, a lot of interesting stuff going on here. I'm going to share some stuff from Twitter, and I'm trying to think. I have so many freaking tabs up here. We're going to just kind of roll with it. I was checking all my DeFi stuff out today, making sure I'm up to date where all my money is. And it's a really, really cool thing to be able just to participate without having to fill out some paperwork or some person trying to judge you and seeing if whether or not you're qualified to participate. Give me a break. Give me a break. We need a new SEC. We what's the deal with this accredited investor nonsense? It's silly. It's silly. There are young people out here today who know more about this asset class than some 50-year-old multimillionaire. What does he know about this asset class? But he's going to be able to participate. What? He has a less chance of being rug pulled. He has a less chance of being screwing something up on MetaMask. He has less of a chance of putting in a wrong address because he's a multimillionaire. That's silly to think about that. But in any case, guys, listen, this is your XRP Ripple daily news in around 0 to 10 minutes, guys. And if you're enjoying the hangout, please do me a favor, hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel and ring the notification bell so you know when we upload a video or when we do go live, right? When we do go live. This is your XRP Ripple daily news in around 0 to 10 minutes. So look, the total cryptocurrency market cap's down a little bit. It's at 2.02 trillion. And the Bitcoin dominance is at 38.9%. If we can get that in the mid 30s, I would begin to get excited. Bitcoin's at $41,285. Ethereum's at $3,073. Look at XRP at 75 cents. It's at 5.5% on the 7-day. It's down a little bit since earlier this morning. Terra Luna, the great DeFi ecosystem that gives access to everyone to participate for everyone to participate. Is trading at $95 and is currently 12.9% up on the 7-day. I have to make up for all the content creators that do not mention DeFi accessibility for everyone. I have to make up for it. So I have to keep saying awesome platforms like Terra Luna, awesome ecosystems like Terra Luna like Avalanche and the like. So what else do we have here? What else? XRP is 75 cents. That is cool. Terra Luna ecosystem over there is cool. I got to learn more about Prism. I can earn more Terra Luna, man. That Prism protocol sounds very, very interesting. Shiba Inu 24.96, down 8.1% on the 7-day. Any double figure greens that I can share? Bonded Luna is up to 12.5% on the 7-day at $95.47. Yep, Bitcoin Cash, look at that. Layer 1, 11.5% up on the 7-day. Trading at $340. Shout out to Bitcoin Cash. Let's go. Let's go. Any other double figure greens? ApeCoin, don't know much about it, but it's just, this whole NFT thing and the ApeCoins. I hope we have a new 1%. I hope we get a new 1% for that community. I really do, because we need a new 1%. Hopefully they'll take their money and put it in the right places to change idiotic things like in credit and investors. Hopefully they'll get rid of that nonsense. What else we got going on? Any other double figure greens? EOS is up 26.5% on the 7-day. Well, I wonder where it was if it's up 26.5%. It's $2.83 currently trading. Let's go, EOS. EOS, Bitcoin Cash, Zcash, and Dash. Yeah, I'd like to see those things all continue to do its thing. Pancake Swap, a cake token that allows access to everyone in its ecosystem. It's up 12.2% on the 7-day, up to $1.95. It's trading at $9.05. Aave, the great automated market system ecosystem, the AMM, what allows you to be both a lender and a borrower. Can you imagine that? If you hold assets, you can put them on Aave, and they will pay you to put the deposit there. They leverage and respect the fact that you hold an asset. And then in turn, they will let you borrow against that asset without a credit check, without getting a second signature to see if you're worthy. Yeah, you don't have to go through, the worthy hoops. Yeah, Aave, check them out, man. It's really, really cool. I've used that platform for a while now. It's really, really cool to be able to do that. Yeah, you don't have to lock yourself on Legend Nano like you're living in freaking 2017. No, this is 2022 now. You can be both a lender and a borrower. How about that? You can be literally participate in the money market thing without having to get Gary Gensler's approval. Imagine that. Imagine that. Step in the GMT tokens up 57% on the 7-day. I don't know anything about it. Paul Barron, the Paul Barron Network talked about that. Yeah, so maybe you want to look into that, but I hope it does create a new 1%. I really do. I really do. I hope it creates a new 1%. Brad Garlinghouse had some interesting stuff to say on CNBC. I thought it was very, very interesting. Talk about this maximalism stuff that kind of goes on. Yeah. And not thinking of the whole, only thinking of the few. Man, does that sound familiar? 11.4% on the 7-day is Zilliqa, up 11.4%, trading at 12 cents. That's a double figure green. Kusama's in the double figure green, 16.5%, trading at 180 freaking dollars. Can you imagine? That is very, very cool. Shout out to those involved in the Kusama ecosystem. That's a Kusama. Is that Polkadot's version? I believe it is. What else we got going on here? Synthetics is up 28.9%, trading at $6.39. Looks like we exited our very small position there too soon. What else we got going on? Any other double figure greens? There it is, guys. The market doing what the market does. Very interesting to see the Gate token move up to the top 100. These exchanges and their tokens just seem to do well. Gate token from Gate.io exchanges in the top 100. That is very, 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 very cool to see. Now, I think I shared Linda Jones' thing already. So Linda should put this out a few days ago. Discover the plan behind the scenes that is secretly being revealed. RippleXRP and the U.S. government have been making moves behind the scenes that are now becoming obvious. And I know I shared a little bit of this a few days ago, but he has an interesting take on what's really, really going on. I know a lot of us in the community do believe that, and we've been saying it on this channel from day one. I'm just not sure how is it that the United States can allow this genius of technology, born, bred, raised in the US, and that in the XRP, the asset, in the XRP ledger, the blockchain, right? In other products like ODL and other products like whatever RippleX might come up. I'm just not sure how the liquidity hub that Ripple is doing, how a United States government allows a US based company to take the genius of the technology to other nations and not take advantage of it in the US. The ability to move anything of value across the ledger in 3 to 5 seconds for less than a penny. How does this current government let that happen? Yeah, we'll let Japan use it. We'll let Singapore use it. We'll let the UAE use it. But yeah, we're going to pass and try to do our own thing. We're going to pass and not use it. Doesn't make sense to yours truly. So it just came from Blockworks. Blockworks did a very, very interesting interview with Jay Clayton as well. I think I'll cover that. NASDAQ executive says getting a Bitcoin and crypto spot ETF approved in the US is a high priority for us. We'll see if they're able to get it done. John Deaton put this out a couple of days ago. I forgot to cover this. Regardless of anyone's opinion on Judge Netburn or her recent rulings, she gave us 2 absolute gems that will appear in our amicus brief. The court says, my understanding of XRP is that not only does it have a sort of currency value, but it also has a utility. And that utility distinguishes it, I think, from Bitcoin and Ether. That is I'm not sure if there's a more powerful statement than that right there. And then she says again, presumably under this theory, then every individual in the world who is selling XRP would be committing a Section 5 violation based on what you just said. I mean, it doesn't get, literally does not get any better than those 2 things right there. Liquor Driver, I just want to share that, hanging out over there. Spooky Swap, we're hanging out over there, participating. Tomb Finance, hanging out on Tomb Finance, participating. Yeah, and why? Because I can participate and you can participate. We don't have to send in paperwork. We don't have to dress up in a suit and tie to participate. We don't have to be an accredited investor to participate. These are the financial products that should be highlighted. So I'm just going to highlight and make up for the absence of those who don't highlight. BT Finance, another great one that I'm participating in as well. Didn't do anything on Beethoven with Beats, Terra participating over there. It's really, really cool ecosystem. This is an interesting thing from CNBC. Bitcoin tribalism is holding the crypto industry back. Ripple CEO says now, we got to make sure that's the quote is not misquoted, because he does say other cryptos as well, not just the Bitcoin tribalism, other crypto tribalism as well. He does say that. So let's check out the CNBC article, right? Like XRP tribalisms, right? So Bitcoin tribalism is holding the crypto industry back, Ripple CEO says. This is what he actually said. Tribalism around Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. Around Bitcoin and other cryptos, not just Bitcoin tribalism, other crypto tribalism, is holding back the entire $2 trillion market, says Ripple CEO Brian Garlinghouse. He says, I own Bitcoin and I own Ether and I own some others. Garlinghouse said, I'm an absolute believer that this industry is going to continue to thrive. Bitcoin maximalism, goodness gracious, has meant the crypto industry has fractured representation in Washington, D.C., according to Garlinghouse. Like, this is a guy who knows, right? So this idea trying to prove your technology is better than someone else's technology is hurting. It's not helping. It's hurting. And another thing, we need to come together, and so again, the other side of that is shame, shame, shame on those other crypto communities and or block associations, or I think John Deaton was kind of calling out Coin Center as well, not coming to the side of Ripple, not coming to the side, and not recognizing or acknowledging that this was, what Ripple, the SEC versus Ripple was a fight for the entire industry. And so the likes of Jack Dorsey and the likes of Michael Saylor is not helping the space. It's hurting the space. Tribalism around Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies is holding back the entire $2 trillion market cap, according to blockchain firm Ripple's CEO. Polarization isn't healthy in my judgment, says Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse in a CNBC hosted fireside chat at Paris Blockchain West Summit last week. Again, I already read that. He said he owns some Bitcoin and some Ether and some other tokens as well. All boats can rise. So you don't have to tear down one technology to promote your technology and the asset that you hold. All boats can rise. Garlinghouse, a former Yahoo executive, compared the crypto industry today to the dot-com era of the 1990s and early 2000s. Yahoo could be successful, and so could eBay. They're solving different problems, he said. There's different use cases and different audiences and different markets. Like one audience and one market is the market and audience that's concerned about monetary policy, like fractional reserve banking, like printing tons of money out of nowhere. That's an audience and a market that the monetary policy of Bitcoin can address. Yeah, I think a lot of those parallels exist today. There are now tens of thousands of crypto in circulation worth a combined $2 trillion. Some digital coins have attracted quite a dedicated following, not least Bitcoin, whose hardcore advocates are often referred to as maximalists. Twitter's Jack Dorsey, MicroStrategy's Michael Saylor are among the so-called maximalists who support only Bitcoin and not other cryptos. Garlinghouse says such maximalism has meant the crypto industry has fractured representation when it comes to lobbying U.S. lawmakers. That's the real deal. Because guess who knows that? The incumbents, Wall Street bankers, the top 10, 8-10 banks, they understand it. They don't lobby in a fragmented nature. They all come together with this idea, point, and view to get across, right? They all came together and said, let's put this Gary Gensler dude in a position where he can help us out. Yeah, he's one of us. They didn't send 3 people in front of the POTUS with different ideas. They sent one dude. That's hashtag Gary Gensler's not your friend. They sent that dude so he could, put the crypto space over, turn it over to them and promote their financial products. Oh, you want access to crypto? Yeah, we'll charge you to do it. And if you won't pay, we'll just only get, our accredited investor market to be able to use it and charge them. If you know what I am saying, if you know what I'm saying, the lack of coordination, according to Brad Garlinghouse, and this is a quote, the lack of coordination in Washington, D.C. amongst the crypto industry, I find to be shocking. Well, that's what happens when you get retail investors who become involved in crypto and get on to become developers and get on to start their own stuff, who don't get the bigger picture, who war about technologies. Like there's literally a war in the ETH and Cardano ecosystems. Why? Why can't they both exist? Why can't the market decide? Why are we warring with one another when we should be coming together? Right? When we should be coming together. John Deaton said, earlier today, I spoke with Crypto Wendy O. Now, look, he spoke with her and she has a .eth at the end of her name. Oh, can you believe it? A guy who owns XRP is actually going to have a conversation with someone who appears to be excited about ETH. I don't know. Is that a name thing? Is that like a domain thing? Domain name thing? I don't know. But in any case, earlier today, I spoke with Crypto Wendy O on her show, and we discussed the importance of the XRP and Ripple case with the impact and SEC victory could have on altcoins, including Ethereum. If I were an ETH holder, which I am, and which most of us are, this would concern me, says John D. So check out this. This is a very, very interesting clip. Look. We all know, look, we saw, what's his name? Hashtag Gary Gensler is not your friend. And going on Jon Stewart's show, right? Talking about, that it's okay to take L's, that we're doing something for the greater good. Now, let me ask you something. Did you think him and Jay Clayton just stopped talking all of a sudden? You think they just cut each other off once Clayton left office? Of course not. Do you think they're not paying attention or have their people paying attention to what's going on Twitter and what the XRP community has been doing? You think they're not paying attention to that? You think William Hemming is like, man, this is not looking great. You don't think they're trying to put out fires, if you will? Of course they are. Of course they are. You don't think they're trying to cover their ARSA, as I like to say, air traffic controllers like to say? They don't have to. They are, in my opinion, in full preparation mode, trying to prepare for the onslaught that's coming. And if some political things change in the House, hashtag Gary Gensler is going to be called constantly. And again, will you participate in that? Will you participate? He's a Democratic nominee. Are you going to participate? I mean, is this industry part of your financial future and your ability to create generational wealth or not? Are you going to participate in that? It's very, very clear who is for crypto and innovation and a level playing field and who is not. Like, it's very, very clear. It's very, very clear who is trying to turn the crypto industry over to Wall Street in the banking community and who is not. It's very, very clear. Just got to pay attention. So check this out.
To an enforcement action, you are going to see similar companies not subject to the same scrutiny from a enforcement point of view. And it's just a matter of jurisdiction, bandwidth, and the like. There's no inherent unfairness in that. It's, who draws the attention, etc. And people who are, similarly situated, and one is subject to a regulatory action in some jurisdiction and the other isn't. The one who isn't, may be getting a pass for the moment. Doesn't mean they're going to get a pass over time. In fact, if you see someone who is a similar situated product, subject to an enforcement action, you better expect that may come for you. You
better expect that may come for you, right? So there's a couple of things there. So obviously, he knows that you know, the whole thing with Ethereum is the light is being shed on that, right? And did they think that it was not? Did they think they were going to be able to get over? Of course. Of course. They thought they were going to be able to get over. But the community changed that. Started with DAI, really digging deep and really digging deep. And then other content creators got involved in that, right? Crypto Eddie and BK, right? John Deaton gets in, then we get the freaking hardcore TAIGs and the Ripple Eyes and Stephon Hubert, right? All the stuff begins to get more and more exposed collectively together, coming together, not isolated, not based on your subscriber count. Everyone getting involved to help expose the madness, right? And so now these guys are kind of, I call it the concession tour that Gary Gensler, like conceding defeat, right? Type of deal, trying to cover up. And he's trying to say bandwidth and jurisdiction because ETH did their thing in Switzerland. So he's trying to use that as the reason why we haven't done anything. Right? We all know that's BS. That's not the reason. Right? That's not the reason. But he's letting, he's putting up, he's doing this kind of thing. And it's not putting them on notice, not putting the people who, got the free pass on notice. They already know. They already know it's coming. It's just, it's just like the whole JP Morgan thing. The JP Morgan thing is, look, hey, we'll pay $1 billion, but we know we're going to make 15 bill. They already know, right? They already know. Well, yeah, we'll pay $1 bill, but we're going to make 15, so we're still up 14 billion. That's what this is, right? This is this. One of the more important things for us as the XRP holders is what John Deaton is looking to do. That is going to be majorly, massively important. And it's not going to go away because that is about an individual government choosing to cause harm to the people that they were supposed to be protecting. It was a conscious choice. It was a conscious choice that they made there. So, yeah, I don't think the Ethereum people are going to be overly worried. They know it's going to be essentially just a fine of some sorts. Unless someone kind of compounds on it, besides what the XRP community does, and some other person kind of joins in and say, well, look what happened. A monopoly essentially was created. All these products were built on this thing. So the whole unfair advantage thing could be, I don't want to say the demise of the SEC, but I would say that things are going to have to change at the SEC. And if they do go forward with if the SEC does some type of enforcement action, who knows? If they do some type of enforcement action to try to save face, if you will. It's not going to go away. Because when the media gets a hold of it, they're going to say, oh, wait a minute, why? Well, why now? Why, all this kind of stuff like that. You're just going to kind of get exposed for the corruption that is Joseph Lubin and JP Morgan and Jay Clayton and Will Hinman, who wanted to get paid, in my opinion. It'll get out there. It's going to get out there for sure. I want to share this. Zenfin said, excited to share the new bridges that connects XDC to Avalanche and the Binance chain and Polygon on one chain. So XDC is getting some liquidity, going to be able to position to get some liquidity. So all of those of you who hold some of that XDC, yeah, you're going to be able to use it. You're going to be able to provide collateral. You're going to be able to borrow against it. Good for you. One chain, I'm telling you. Continues to do their thing. Good for you. Congrats. Which one do I want to end with? I think I want to end with I don't know which one I want to end with here. Not Jimmy James Fallon. Yeah, so let's let in with Jimmy James filing, kind of sharing something with here. Judge Torres has granted the SEC's motion for extension time to file its objection to Magistrate Judge Netburn's DPP ruling. Go figure. The objection is due 14 days after Magistrate Judge Netburn rules on the SEC's new frivolous assertions. So we knew that was going to happen. We knew that was going to happen. So in any case, that's the news on the street, guys. And thank you, Jimmy James filing, for sharing this with the community. We appreciate you for you taking your time and effort and your energy to share with the community, my friend. Listen, guys, I am going to end this video like I do all of my videos and remind you guys of this, that old money doesn't want you to win. They want you to jump through accredited investor hoops. They want you to use their financial products where they can benefit. They don't want you to participate in DeFi, where you can be both a lender and a borrower based upon the assets that you hold. Old money doesn't want you to win, but that's okay though, because you and I are already winning. Have a great rest of the day, guys. I'll talk to you soon. See ya. Bye.